Hi students, I'm Sonia from Vidya Guru, starting a new session on current affairs. This is going to be the session for the month of May. I couldn't upload these sessions, the important ones. They are going to be there on this new channel now because we have actually, our channel got removed. You may have seen that. We received thousands of mail regarding that. Why did you remove that? We didn't remove it. Probably some competitors, some conspiracy was there or YouTube, did that. So we are not aware of what exactly happened. We were also traumatized by such a thing because it was the hard effort, it was the effort of years, basically for us as well. We were about to be a 5 lakh subscriber family very soon, but now you can also help us by watching the complete videos. That's how videos become credible for YouTube as well. You can subscribe to our channel. By gaining minimum number of subscribers, we can upload long videos as well, but till that time we have to upload short videos. We'll be able to provide you less number of questions, but all the questions which I'm going to upload are going to be quite beneficial for you, and they all will be there in your exam. So after that, I've put in even more efforts to get even more significant questions for your exam prep. SSC, Bank, DSSB, Kendriya Vidyalaya, or your state government exam or CDS exam, whichever you will be writing, if that has the section of current affairs, the questions are from here only. The session is in English medium. We record such sort of complete English medium sessions for our students who are in South India, for our students who are in Northeast India, like the students who are in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, like the students who are in Assam or Manipur. So the kids who are able to understand this sort of session in English medium, they can keep on watching that. Otherwise, Hindi medium session is also there in the playlist. You can go and watch that session. I don't want you to waste any further time. Kindly watch the video. And we are beginning with the topic wise current affairs. If you are new to the channel, if you haven't heard how we actually teach, this is the way you can find out yourself. Latest appointments is the heading we are beginning with. So the first question on your screen, it is Chief of the Naval Staff. You have to understand in appointments, that means we are trying to tell you that whosoever gets the president or the prime minister of a new country, that will also be discussed. That means people who are there on the important ranks, they are getting discussed too. They are there, in our videos under this category. But if some new prime minister, if some new president of a country is there, that will also be there in this category. So latest appointments, write down the heading. And the first question is about Chief of our Naval Staff. His name is Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi. So Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi. The next question is Director General of National Security Guard. Director General of National Security Guard. His name is Nalin Prabhat. UNICEF India's National Ambassador, Kareena Kapoor. So Kareena Kapoor has become UNICEF India's National Ambassador. Mexico's first female president. You can see her pretty face, and that's how you can learn that. Her name is Claudia Sheinbaum. Claudia Sheinbaum. That's the name of this lady. Apart from that, the important thing here is Ireland's youngest PM, here on the screen. His name is Simon Harris. I'll repeat the names for you. So I was saying, latest appointments is the heading under which the first question was about Chief of the Naval Staff. His name is Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi. I'm being slow here. The revision is important. You know that because that's how the questions can be there in your mind forever. DG of National Security Guard. His name is Nalin Prabhat. Kareena Kapoor has become UNICEF India's National Ambassador. Mexico's first female president, her name is Claudia Sheinbaum. The next one is Ireland's youngest prime minister is Simon Harris, there on the screen. The pictures can be, there on the screen, can be seen on the screen. You can relate with the pictures because these popular people can be seen all over on the TV. That's how you can retain their faces also. Let's get going with the next page. It is India in focus. After appointments, let's see what is happening in India, like what is there in focus right now. So I was saying India on World Economic Forum, Travel and Tourism Development Index. Understand the name of the index, how huge the name is. Travel and Tourism Index. Travel and Tourism Development Index, India stands on the rank of 39th. First is USA. I'll repeat. India on World Economic Forum. India on World Economic Forum 2024 Travel and Tourism Development Index, India's rank is 39th, whereas first rank was of USA, United States of America. So I'm saying, see, if any index is there, who remained on top, what's the rank of our country, and who prepares that index, who publishes it. You have to know these things, and this thing can be seen here in the lower or the lowest question on this page as well. You can see that this is the Press Freedom Index, that is what we are going to discuss in a while. I'm going to repeat. India on World Economic Forum Travel and Tourism Development Index, India's rank is 39th and first is USA. This is quite a news, quite important sort of. 3 Indian works. I hope you understand that when I say works, the plural of work is works. When we are referring to some writer's work, when we are talking about author's work, that is how we call it works. Otherwise, you don't see anybody calling it works. 3 Indian works to enter UNESCO's Memory of World Asia Pacific Regional Register. Where are these 3 Indian work of our writers getting added? Where are 3 Indian work of our writers getting added? It is UNESCO's Memory of World Asia Pacific Regional Register. UNESCO's World Asia Pacific Regional Register, where these 3 significant or important works are getting added. The first one, Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas, you have heard the name many times already. So there's nothing new here. Vishnu Sharma's Panchatantra, you can see that here. And the third one is significant again because these 2 names are familiar. You know them. The third one is Acharya Anandvardhan's Sahriday Loka. Sahriday Loka, some people are calling it only Dhwani Loka or something like that. It is Sahriday Loka and it is Acharya Anandvardhan's composition. I'll repeat. 3 Indian works to enter UNESCO's Memory World Asia Pacific Regional Register. Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas, Panchatantra creation of Vishnu Sharma, man, Sahriday Loka of Acharya Anandvardhan. The next one is India on World Press Freedom Index, and we are like quite ahead of many nations, around 21 nations. You understand that out of 180 nations, India is on 159th rank. And it is not that our press is free here and they are working, without any prejudice or without any bias, they are working here. It's not that at all. India on World Press Freedom Index 2024, India's rank is 159th out of 180 nations. First is Norway, second is Denmark, and the third one is Sweden. Reporter Without Borders, RSF, German. Reporters Without Borders, it is called the organization behind the creation or behind publishing this index. I am going to repeat that very quickly. India in Focus was the title, right? World Economic Forum's Travel and Tourism Development Index, in which India's rank is 39th. First is USA. 3 Indian works got added in UNESCO's Memory World Asia Pacific Regional Register. Vishnu Sharma's Panchatantra, Tulsidas Ramcharitmanas, Acharya Anandvardhan's Sahriday Loka. World Press Freedom Index 2024 released by Reporters Without Borders. I'm saying wherein India stood on the rank of 159th out of 180 nations. You can understand the state of our country. First is Norway, second is Denmark, and the third one is Sweden. So who remained on top? These 3. Who prepares it? Who publishes it? Reporters Without Borders. And what is India's rank? 159th. That's how you have to keep this in your mind. The next one is important days and dates. important dates and dates. Before beginning that, if you wish to join us, complete English medium classes are also available. Complete English medium live classes are also available. You can dial our executives on the numbers below. Apart from that, if you don't wish to speak with anybody, online.vidyaguru.in is the website. You can go and check that website out yourself and you can take the course of your choice if you're willing to. Otherwise, you can prepare the notes from here as well and you can keep writing what I teach. Important days and dates. World Telecom and Info Society Day. So World Telecom and Information Society Day is celebrated on 17th of May. And the theme for it is Digital Innovation for Sustainable Development. See, if something is celebrated every year, they need to change the theme every year. So this year's theme is Digital Innovation for Sustainable Development. World Telecom and Information Society Day. On 17th May, theme is Digital Innovation for Sustainable Development. The next one is International Day of Families, celebrated on 15th of May. The theme is Families and Climate Change. Families and Climate Change, celebrated on 15th May. International Day of Biodiversity. International Day for Biodiversity, Biological Diversity. Even by listening to such a thing, you know that this is quite important. It is going to be there in your exam. So believe me, learn that. International Day for Biological Diversity is celebrated on 22nd of May and the theme for this year was Be Part of the Plan. Because you have to save the biodiversity and that is why be part of the plan. Contribute, that is what they expect. World Migratory Bird Day. It is celebrated on the 2nd Saturday of the May and it is celebrated on the 2nd Saturday of October as well. So 2nd Saturday for this May, for this year's May is on 11th May. 2nd Saturday for the October is on 12th of October. So this year 11th May and 12th October are going to be celebrated as World Migratory Bird Day. I hope you understand that. Many birds, come to our country and they leave as well. So I'm saying that is Migratory Bird Day basically. So that Migratory Bird Day theme is insects, but slogan is protect insects, protect birds. So even if they provide you either of these, you can mark it as the answer. I'll repeat. Important days and dates. World Telecom and Telecommunication and Information Society Day, 17th of May. This year's theme is Digital Innovation for Sustainable Development. International Day of Families, 15th May. The theme is Families and Climate Change. 22nd May. International Day for Biological Diversity, Be Part of the Plan is the theme. World Migratory Bird Day, where the theme was insects and the slogan was protect insects and protect birds. This year they are going to be on 11th May and they are going to be celebrated on 12th of October. So with that we have come to an end of this session. So I hope you liked the video, you've understood everything. Do press the like button and thank you so much for watching.